3 goals, 8 assists, 11 points. Those have been excellent. Sanderson, 9 games, 1 goal. I've already talked about Masterson. That backup I'm talking about. Pedro, 7 games, 5 goals, 1 assist, 6 points. And one thing I want to point out is he came along really well. Winning helps with that. But this team just didn't feel like there's some confidence. This area comes through too. I noticed that in their game last night, that they seem to have that confidence starting to come through. And that to me makes it dangerous come playoff time because they believe in themselves, and I don't think they're going to be produced those 5 points. Claude Drew, the players, and being gone with the win. It seems weird when that was his stance, but well, and I say weird because if you want to go somewhere where you chance to win, Ottawa would not normally be that first choice, but really wanted to help Ottawa out with the team. Rich Drake, 9 games, 2 goals, 3 assists, 5 points for great as well. And then Jamont, 9 games, 1 goal, 4 assists, 5 points. I've talked to Jamont for years. I'm glad to see that he's now part of a really good defense force. And that top 4 on the blue line is solid. This is not a team that if they can make it to the playoffs, will be an easy out. I don't think so anyway. Olmark's been 5-2-1 over the last 5 times. I think they've been shut out 6 times this year. Oh boy, I'm starting to get the vibes, man. Halford and Bruff in the Morning is always one of the more interesting shows on Sportsnet 650 because both of these guys, Halford and Bruff, from their days from 7 to the work that they do at 650 right now, they've always been one of the more prominent voices in this Vancouver market when it comes to radio, analyzing the team, breaking down what's going on, giving their opinions about it. And I get it, there's market sentiment on who's positive, who's negative, which shows and podcasts out there are more favorable towards the team and which ones are most critical. There's a lot of variance out there, different strokes for different folks, right? But I want to dive into some comments made by Jason Brown earlier today on Confident Brown that, in a way, kind of describe what happened with the Vancouver Canucks and JT Miller. It's all speculation here, but reading the tea leaves, using all the information you have presented to us, and try to form a narrative here. So, this show is brought to you by ExpressVPN. Go there, check out that first link in the description to save some money in your VPN, get some free months, and support this huge channel in the process. This is what Russ said earlier this morning on the show. He was talking about JT Miller. I think JT Miller lost the room. I think ultimately Hughes and maybe a few other guys felt like, all right, JT, you're going a bit far with this stuff. I think there might have been a blow to the coaching staff as well that really sealed his fate. And I just want to let that idea breathe for a little bit. Because I know one of the main instinctual responses you'll see from Canucks fans in particular, especially in the reply section to this Tash tweet, is this. These guys have been crapping on Katie nonstop for months, confrontational than it needs to be. There are folks that are pro-Henderson, or pro-Miller, or pro-Tocchet, anti-Tocchet, and it's been kind of coming into its own the past little while here, especially since all the Pedersen and Miller drama had unfolded. Oh, Miller is a bully, and Pedersen is a baby, and it wasn't a problem last year because the team could score, and now they don't score, and now everybody's pointing fingers and saying who's wrong, and we should trade both of them, trade Miller, and everything goes. Sometimes it's good to live in fantasy land, right? Sometimes it's good to exercise that imagination. And for me, as a Vancouver Canucks fan, I wanted to go out there and talk about some of these ideas. Just toss them out there, see what y'all think, because scrolling through each of the 32 hockey subreddits yesterday, I stumbled upon this post made by Dr. Zoidberger89 on the Canucks sub. As of right now, it's one of the highest voted posts on the Canucks sub in the past week. It's garnered a lot of discussion, and it's a very good post. Of course, it's the Canucks sub, so they're talking about the Canucks. Here are some random players the Vancouver Canucks could target in the offseason to fix the top six. This is a great post, and the link is going to be in the description to this Reddit thread. Also linked in the description is our ExpressVPN affiliate page. Go out there, check out that first link in the description to save some money on your VPN, get some free months, and support this YouTube channel in the process. Dr. Zoidberger's post, though, is also going to be there. He starts out this entire thing by saying this: "It's no secret the Vancouver Canucks top six is not where it should be. Miller and Horvat, both 1Cs, are gone. The Canucks rank near the bottom in shots per game, and everyone else is underperforming. As of right now, Jake DeBrusk is the best winger. I love DeBrusk, but if he's your best winger, you have some serious problems. So here are some random long shots the Canucks could target in the offseason this year, assuming Besser walks. All players are between the ages of 20 to 27 to fit the Canucks core age group. The Vancouver Canucks did not embrace the retool like Boston did, so it makes acquiring a needle mover even harder due to a lack of assets. But I'm hopeful the Canucks could right this in the offseason. Well-written, succinct, easy to understand idea. This is a list of a whole bunch of forwards that the Vancouver Canucks could target. And I'll say right off the bat here, I don't want to talk about every single one. I just wanted to talk about maybe 3 or 4. There are 10 total. So this is a really well-written post. Each of these players have a really interesting write-up about them. And what also stands out to me is that there are 2 St. Louis Blues guys on here. Jordan Kyrou, who of course is a St. Louis Blue right now, and Dowell Wolski, who was drafted by St. Louis and is chilling in their farm system over there in Springfield. But aside from the 2 St. Louis Blues guys, I wanted to talk about 3 of these remaining 8 names. And I'll say this right off the bat. One of the names that I don't want to talk about is the guy who is listed on this post as number 9, Marco Kasper. No, the Detroit Red Wings are not trading away Marco Kasper. And we can make another video about that if you want, but I want to dive into these 3 guys because these guys each have a realistic chance of potentially getting moved. Let's talk about the guy who's listed at number 6, Quinton Byfield, center, age 22, signed on to $6.25 million of an AAV deal until 2029. LA has apparently been considering moving either Club or Byfield as package to retool. I don't put a lot of stock into the rumors. Byfield was not only signed cheap for a while, but is a young second overall pick that has shown a ton of potential despite his kind of underwhelming stats. The Kings have 0 reason to move him, but Rob Clark is a hockey terrorist, so you never know. Number 7 listed over here is Trevor Zegras, 23, signed on to $5.75 million per season until 2027. Not the most designer player by most hockey fans, but he could be a good acquisition. The Ducks coaching is brutal, and Zegras has defensively developed in spite of that as of late. Offensively, he's been very disappointing, and Trigger isn't naturally circulating. He makes reasonable money, but would be a game in terms of what Anaheim would want, and in terms on if he bounces back. You see this guy off the ice, and I think feelings he has a bad attitude are overblown. Now, number 8 is none other than Mitch Marner. 27 years old, possible UFA. If he walks, and if he considers signing with the Canucks, he will likely eat the cap space that the Canucks have left after signing Verlander and Rotsi. I personally think he stayed in Toronto, but stranger things have happened. So, let's dive into each of these 3 dudes. Starting out with Quinton Byfield, QB55. Byfield's a really interesting name because if you were to ask anybody who's following into that 2020 season what they thought Byfield was going to be by 2025, I think most of us would have thought that Byfield would have been a definitive, maybe 70-ish point caliber guy at this stage of his career. Now, he got 55 points last year. This year, he's on pace for 50. A little bit of a decline, but he is still the big behemoth of a skilled guy that he is. And I think there's so much untapped potential out of him, especially at only 22 years old. The problem is, He's a 22-year-old, and they're willing to trade him at a discount. I don't really see any reason for the Vancouver Canucks to think about acquiring Big Byfield. If the price is cheap, then okay, but what are the odds the price is cheap? I guess maybe you could debate that because the LA Kings have already been rumored to have been wanting to shop Byfield out anyway, that kind of opens the door to a discounted trade. But who knows? I mean, the guy's making 6.25, so it's not necessarily cheap. Well, if he does eventually become a 70, 80, 90, 100 point guy, then that's going to be a fantastic contract. Now, I know it's unrealistic to throw out labels as to whether or not guys could be 100 point guys, but Byfield's 22 years old. Anything can happen. Let's go over onto the second guy that I wanted to dive into, Trevor Zegras, written about here as a potential acquisition. I don't know if Trevor Zegras and his profile would fit in Vancouver, since it already doesn't fit in Anaheim. We've seen the way Patrick likes to run his teams. We have seen the guys that he places emphasis on. The guys are going to Stroms, the Beckett Senecas, the Mason McTavish's, the Leo Carlsons, the Cutter Gauthiers, top guys who are immovable. Trevor Zegras isn't really that. He's a skilled enough kind of player that has definitely developed a reputation over the years for being maybe the poster child of the new generation of hockey skills and development. I don't think that's the kind of guy that would work well in a Rich Hockey system. Just saying. I know that Zegras' defensive game is better than, let's say, Andre Kuzmenko's. You can debate it's better than those Olanders, and these guys have had problems sticking around in Rick Tocchet's system. But I just don't know if a Rick Tocchet-style coach hockey team is going to be what allows Zegras to excel. I don't think that they fit. I think if you wanted to see Zegras in Vancouver, he would have excelled a lot more under a coach like Bruce Boudreau, who's a little bit more forgiving on defensive mistakes and who's a little bit more carefree, and he likes his guys to do creative and exciting things. And, you know, it's a different style of coach, and Bruce Boudreau allowed Kuzmenko and Pettersson to flourish together. I think if Trevor Zegras was in that system, he would have excelled too. Rick Tocchet doesn't face hockey, though. I don't really know if that fits. So I'm kind of ruling out Trevor Zegras, even though there already is a pretty good connection between Zegras and Quinn Hughes. All those the American guys are super tight buddy-buddy. Quinn Hughes, Cole Caulfield, Jack Hughes, Turcotte, Wilkie. There's a really good level of camaraderie there that extends beyond the years. So Trevor Zegras, even though he would be a pretty good ad for the around Quinn Hughes, I don't know if he's necessarily the guy that makes Vancouver all the more better. And then the last thing we talked about here, Mitch Marner. Yeah, okay. Marner is a big one because he's a guy that is going to get a lot of money. We've been hearing the price tag is in that $14 million AAV range, and when he goes to the market, he could probably get a bit more for a little bit more than that, etc., etc. I guess you could say the Vancouver Canucks have accrued a sizable amount of cap space. We had seen them work the cap around this season with their up and down transactions. It didn't really pay off, though, because we didn't get anybody at the trade deadline. But ultimately, if Marner wants to come to another Canadian hockey players market, which honestly I have no idea why he'd want to do that, if Vancouver is an option and he wants to come here, they're like the move. Again, he's like Quinn Hughes, but a forward. Imagine having Quinn Hughes on forward and Quinn Hughes on defense. Like, we made that comparison before. The Marner-Quinn Hughes comparison is more direct and seamless than you would anticipate upon first glance. But both of these guys, they roll with the puck and they hold on to it. Actually, thinking about it now, would Marner and Hughes be good together? Because if they're both playing the same style, would they not step on each other's toes? Would one guy maybe try to possess the puck a little more than the other? Would they sacrifice their own offensive opportunities to make sure the other guy gets his fair share of the shot too? I don't know. It's a really interesting dynamic, but ultimately it's going to be so expensive that you do have to consider other options here. Putting Byfield at like less than half the cost is probably going to be valuable still. Then again, I don't know. You let me know your thoughts in the comment section below on each of these ideas. These three guys who, you know, the internet is doing the article, and Reddit post is going to be in the description for your reading pleasure. But for now, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. to look at the water, it's all, it's the Canadian Armed Forces. Fuck. I'm sorry. I don't understand where all of these things coming from. I thought that we were fine. Oh, we had everything. Okay, all stupid song references aside, I'm sorry, but I think it does need to be said at this point. Because right now, the Montreal Canadiens have one of the best narratives around their team and their young guys in the NHL. In particular, one young guy, who we had spoken about yesterday, has been doing so well. But I'm sorry. We have to go out there and say that whatever it is, Habs fans might be expecting this guy to accomplish in the next few months. I'm going to say it right here. I don't think it's a slam dunk. Today, we are talking once more about a defenseman, one of the only defensemen in the NHL to have scored 50 points as a rookie, joining a list of McCarr, Hughes, and Sider since Nicholas Lidstrom back in the Goshar 90s. Yeah, it's Lane Hudson, everybody. We made a video yesterday talking about this very talking point. And one of the biggest things about Lane Hudson that everybody in Habs Nation has been talking about the past few months, really, has been the NHL's Rookie of the Year conversation. With another 2 points against the Seattle Kraken on Wednesday, bringing him up to 51 points in 65 games played, putting him on pace for 64 points on the season. Lane Hudson is in a spot where he is one of the highest scoring gosh darn defensemen in the entire National Hockey League. Right now, in the National Hockey League, there are only 4 defensemen total who have more points than Lane Hudson does. One of them is Quinn Hughes, who doesn't have as many games played as any of these guys, but he's well over 1 point per game. The other is Zach Werenski, who's Eddie, Darlene, Morrissey, and Evan Bouchard before yesterday. They all had, or currently have, the same amount of points as Lane Hudson. There are only 4 D-men in the entire league with more points than this dude. And he's a rookie. So it would stand to notice that, hey, this guy's one of the top defensemen in scoring. The rookie race is led by him. He's leading everybody else. Macklin celebrating, Matt Ishkov, everybody else there too. Hudson's #1 in rookie points. It would not stand to reason that he would be the leader in this year's Calder race, right? But here's the thing. There is a guy whose name is not going to pop up in any of these Calder rookie scoring race numbers. He doesn't produce any points. He's going out there and helping his team out in a very extreme way, and he happens to be doing it from the back end. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to talk about Dustin Wolf, because not only is he, in many people's opinions, the runner-up to Lane Hudson this season for the Calder Trophy, you could very well debate he should be ahead of Lane. Right now, Dustin Wolf, at 23 years old, that's a 6 feet, 174-pound goaltender. Yeah, that's right. He's 6 feet, 174. He's a small guy. Dustin Wolf right now has a 915 save percentage for the Calgary Flames. At 2.53 goals against, in 39 games played, he is 22, 12, and 5. The Calgary Flames are on the outside looking in, not actually in the inside, of the playoff race in the wild card in the West. And lo and behold, it's not Dan Vladar who's gone out there and held the fort. It's absolutely not any of the other guys that have rotated around there. It's Dustin Wolf. He started the year as a rookie. Now he's the #1. He is the undisputed relied upon #1. He has well overtaken Dan Vladar. And he's 8th overall in NHL save percentage this year. You can say
her son.
the guy who's playing on a team as the Calgary Flames for Dustin Wolf to have accrued 49 points out of a possible 78 for him to have a .628 points percentage in the games that he plays. You could very well debate But this guy is single-handedly keeping the Calgary Flames alive in the playoff race, and therefore not even should be one of the runners for the Rookie of the Year, but one of the runners for the Hart Trophy. Let's take a look at some tweets. Rono from Indian Rono tweeted this out on January 27th. Calgary is in the playoff race because of Dustin Wolf. That's why he's my pick for the Calder Memorial Trophy now. And actually, if the Flames make the playoffs, Wolf should get some votes for the Hart Memorial Trophy. I'm serious. You have Hattie K. Went out there and said this on Twitter. Listen, I'm a Montreal Canadiens fan. I'd love to see Lane Hudson get the Calder, but no rookie has been more important to his team's success than Dustin Wolf. Not one. He beat the odds and silenced detractors at every level. Time to give him his flowers. Furthermore, you have yourselves this post made by In the Dome on March 9th. The Calgary Flames are 32nd in total goals for, 32nd in total all situations goals for, 32nd 5v5 goals for per 60, 32nd in all situations goals for per 60, 26th in 5v5 high danger chances per 60, and 24th in all situations high danger chances per 60. No one on the Flames is on pace for 60 points. No one on the Flames is on pace for 30 goals. There are only 3 forwards on pace for 40-plus points.
Alrighty, I'm a dragon. 13 hours, and then it's an adult dragon. Yes.
But they're in the playoff spot. And then you had yourselves this reply. Whenever you want to stop at the idea that Dustin Wolf is not deserving of hard consideration, check out these numbers for a team that currently sits in a playoff spot. The Calgary Flames are not scoring. They don't score. But they're in a playoff spot. But they're getting 6.28 points percentage goaltending from a rookie. If the Calgary Flames sneak into the playoffs, there has been this conversation floating around that says that Dustin Wolf could legitimately get Hart votes. And it's gotten to the point now where I think for a lot of Flames fans, not only are they paying attention to this Calder race, because I think at this point, it's not Hudson, Macklin Celebrini, and Mishkov. think it's Hudson celebrating with Wolf. And a lot of Flames fans I'm seeing, they're not even paying attention to this Calder conversation. They're talking about the heart. They're talking about what this guy could be doing to carry his team into the playoffs. Now, whether or not that means Vezina, I don't know. I don't buy it because I think the Vezina Trophy is going to go to Connor Hellebuyck this year. The Vezina isn't necessarily who's more important to their team. It's like who's the best goalie. And I think a lot of us will agree that Connor Hellebuyck is the best goaltender on the planet, living and breathing alive today, doing his thing and doing what it is he does. However, that doesn't necessarily mean that he is the quote-unquote most valuable player to his team. Connor Hellebuyck could be getting our votes, but, does it make a little bit more sense? Justin Wolf getting hearts on the silver Connor Hellebuyck. Because, let's face it, the Winnipeg Jets are such a powerhouse. They have guys scoring left, right, and center. They're getting goal support. They're getting a lot of guys producing. It's been a party in Winnipeg. They're second overall in the league in goals for. And they're the number one goal differential team. The Calgary Flames aren't getting...
I rate my life. If you were discretion is advised, thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Hit the subscribe button below. Donald upset that Ben isn't here. The world must be coming to an end. Well, Ben is interacting here. It must be. Well, we can call him and have him join us maybe. No, okay, no, that's all right. Well, he won't be here.
We just want to try and make ships.
To be fair, I'd rather not talk about it. Why? The defendant? The defendant to me. Oh, Joe, I know for a fact that song was way too fast. Yeah, you're right. I just thought that you got offended. Well, how did you feel about it, Thomas? Honestly, I don't know. Actually, I may give the extra week for all the guys that true opinion on it. Yeah, because it was offensive. Oh, Barry, but you stop the damn fish and you know it was. Because I'm not a snowflake like all of you. I just don't know how I felt about Ben rapping. That was in the rap video. Yes, George, that's what this whole conversation has been about. One of my news that when they had a kid, we had to loop around here and decided to start taking this thing maybe only once a month. We missed out on this thing. Well, you didn't miss out on as much. It was a cringe fest. Your entire presidency has been a cringe fest, Joe. Oh, yeah. I was hoping it would be this week again. Well, I knew with George being here it was this, or PGA. But at least it's golf. Well, maybe I'll play golf for years. Ooh, you know what? I think this game is slowly growing on dollars. I think that says, yeah. What's it? Salary. Hey, there may be one of those other things that passes. You already loaded up golf tools. Generally, I think the hockey mode mini hits game. Oh, I mean, yeah, you could do that if everyone's on board. You just have to use some official courses. Nothing touch me because I don't know what the fuck will have to work with hockey or if that's too long. We played hockey last weekend. Oh, I did. Yeah, I agree. Let's stick with golf. Oh my God, it's still golf. We are playing a different game. The literally replaces the ball with a puck instead. I mean, my patience is diminishing by a second. So whatever we're going to do is get it going. A great hockey in this game is this. Guess you're playing the NHL 24 now. Pirates go. Oh shit, I'm scared of pirates. Oh, Joe's got his waving leader. He's on too blind, I do. It's a goose. Whoa, wait, what? Why is there a fucking goalie? It's the hockey goal, John. You told me the ball is just swapping a puck. It is. What did you expect, man? It would still be a ring goal. Yeah. Oh, Barry? Hole in one, boys. And for the record, Dom, my ball is a goose. Oh, my apologies for assuming your blue ball had a leader. But I don't know what this guy. Nice. See, there you go, Dom. Shut up. Why is this doing? Because it's cute and funny as well. Not as funny as your attempts so far. I guess I get that too. Okay, did you feed it? What? Did you feed the geese today? So, no, it's not a real goose. That's all right. So, please get appropriate. I don't know if you were feeding the geese. You know what you were doing. I don't get it. Finally, took y'all long enough. 18? No, I am not playing 18 holes. That's it. I don't think I got to finish the 9. Oh, boy. Relax, we will just quit after we all finish the 9. Oh, did you see that? Yep. You got cheated by Barry twice. All right, now I get the tips on this one. Like this guy. There you go, Jordan. Solid stuff. Bunch of bullshit. Yeah, that's about what I fucking expected. Don't fuck you, don't. You got time to get better. Time? The hell am I timing? Of course. Timing like that. Time what? There's nothing to time. It's all random. Yeah, we know. Just wanted to give you a hard time.
Is there a girl coach anywhere?
Yo, you're one sparkling mark away from walking the plank on these kids. Okay, I'm done. What is the point of the rant if it doesn't keep you on the way? That's the point of it. It's the challenge you get back to the game. And how do
Here we go. Oh wow, everybody loves her too. Kinda.
On this side.
Oh shit, okay.
You're not just going to take the ramp. Hey, George, I just noticed your stuff. It's fun. Thank you, Joe. Literally the exact same hair you've had for years. I guess when you wear two faces, it's hard to notice hair growth. This is my real hair, so if that has no hair, you know me. Where did you get it stuck, George? Your mom? Very good, Jack, brother. You're a president of this damn country, and you get your haircut at Great Clips? What's wrong with Great Clips? It's fucking Great Clips, Barry. Great Clips is cheap, and they get the job done. I used to spend money on, I guess, actual barber shops. Damn it. Then I realized I could get the same thing done at half the price at a place like Great Clips. Yeah, I did not have a good experience the last time I went to a barber shop. They do a bad job? No.
Oh, they cut your ear, didn't they?
What? No.
Oh, it happens to me all the time.
That explains a lot.
No, it just wasn't a very welcoming experience.
Well, it's a barbershop, George, not a friendlies.
Well, that doesn't mean they can't show hospitality. But they aren't hostile.
What? No, so like the woman I had was very, first of all, she did a very good job. Let me start out by saying.
All right, we don't care. Just tell us what happened.
Because her station was kind of like in a room off to the side, and I looked to the right, and she had all of these signs.
Like stop signs?
No, like no feeding the geese sign.
Donald. The other one said, oh, I wasn't expecting that. That was awesome. Anyway, the one said something like, do not touch my personal belongings.
Well, yeah. Who wants their belongings fiddled with?
To be fair, oh, okay, didn't notice the fish. To be fair, that's not a very welcoming sign to lay your eyes on when you were about to get a haircut.
Especially when that person is holding scissors. Hey, there's another goal over there.
And then there was another sign, a rule, that said no 21 questions or something like that.
Again, George, she's cutting your hair. It ain't a therapy session.
Yeah, but you're sitting there for at least 10 to 15 minutes. It's kind of awkward if there's no conversation.
And then she asked me questions, and I told her, oh, sorry, no 21 questions.
No, you did not.
No, I didn't.
So I was going to say, you don't have the balls.
But she was actually pretty nice. She gave me her business card and said that she's going to another barber shop because that one was closing down.
Well, that was nice of her. Sounds like she wasn't as bad as you first interpreted her to be.
Well, would you expect anyone to be very kind when their workstation is cluttered with rules? Damn it, watch out, there's no wall there.
It does make you wonder what happened prior to put up signs like that.
Probably, damn it. Someone probably wouldn't shut the hell up if you ended up shaving their ear.
Oh, jeez.
Donald, please stop.
What?
But yeah, in short, she was actually very nice and gave me a good haircut. So maybe that office was hers. Who knows?
As long as you were happy with your trim, that's all that matters, George.
Thanks, Donnie. I very much was. Thank you.
Yeah, I didn't ask.
What's the most, obscure kids show you remember watching either as a kid or watching with your children or grandchildren?
What even are these questions?
What? We're chilling, playing some golf. Can we not conversate? Jeez, George, I think Donald might have been the one who put those signs up at that barber shop.
No? They're just unusual questions, that's all.
There's one my grandchildren were watching that actually had me intrigued. It was about some dogs.
Courage? That show scares me.
I don't know. What color was the dog?
How should we know? We didn't see the show.
I'm talking about the dog that Barry was talking about.
Courage? That dog is pink.
Oh no, this dog was pretty generic looking.
Well, you're going to have to give us more than a generic-looking dog.
Did it sing? Were there other characters? Was it a cartoon, claymation, people in costumes?
Was it 2D or 3D? Could have been 4D.
No, yes, it was definitely like a basic cartoon. Not 3D. I don't remember any singing characters.
And I'm back where I started.
Although I do remember around the screen it had like a white.
Oh shit, how did I get up here?
By shooting the puck up there, obviously.
That's actually where I was aiming for, Donald. Although you got stuck behind a column, but still in a better position than me.
But anyway, there was like a white kind of border around the screen, kind of to make it seem like it was a dream or memory.
Oh, that sounds like kind of. Oh, you, I hate that show. He's such a whiny bitch.
Donald,
He needs a foot up his...
enough, Donald.
Whatever. Just trying to save this generation.
In the episode, they were like peeling wallpaper off the wall, and there was a door that like led to outer space.
The hell are you showing your grandkids? Sounds trippy as hell.
Not as trippy as this hole. For me, at least.
Wait a second, that sounds like Kipper.
Yep, that was it.
The hell is Kipper?
That was the show.
I'm about to quit this hole.
You know, there was one show my kids and grandkids were watching, and I have no idea what it was, but it's driving me nuts.
How do you not know if it was your kids or grandkids?
Too many kids to care for, Barry. I'm a busy man. I don't have the time for all that. But all I remember was, I think it was like a 3D kind of, don't know. I told you everything I can remember. It was a long time ago.
Where are we supposed to go on this one?
It looks like Joe figured it out.
Barney.
Pardon?
The show Donald is talking about, it must be Barney. He's a stuffed animal that comes to life.
Joe, I'm well aware of who Barney is. It wasn't Barney.
And Barney isn't a cartoon.
Whatever. At least I can stay on the course.
Well, I got no idea what it could be either. Maybe one of our viewers would know.
Doubt it. He gave us a pretty vague description.
Well, at least I didn't just say it was a generic-looking mutt.
He practically told us the plot of an entire episode.
He told us they peeled wallpaper and went to space.
Well, it was enough for me to get.
Yeah, because you're a creepy shit, Bill.
All right, maybe we should move on to children's shows then. God forbid I want to relive my childhood.
Barry, you weren't even a kid when either of these shows came out.
Yeah, I was talking about shows my grandchildren were watching. And Donald, well, he doesn't know what the hell is going on at his house.
Sorry I'm not laser focused when a children's television program comes on, George. Please do forgive me.
Probably not even laser focused when watching his own children.
Well, considering all my children are adults, I would certainly hope they are at an age where they can watch themselves.
Not Barron.
Huh?
Barron isn't an adult.
Yeah, he's close.
Oh, but if I said that,
He's a...
Yeah, he's a shit.
What'd you call my son?
I was questioning what you called him,
Well, nice shot, Georgie. That's what you get for calling my son names.
except I didn't call him, whatever. At least I stayed on the court.
Barron is a great kid, bright future ahead of him.
Not if he's anything like his father.
you know,
What?
who?
You just said you know.
I know what.
How the hell would I do that? Okay, you know what? I see what you're doing.
Your mom.
No, you're trying to get under my skin, and I ain't gonna let it happen.
Well, you guys are all starting to get undermined.
Well, I know one thing.
What's that?
MLB, the show 24, comes out next month.
Interesting.
We're going to be playing it again, right, Barry?
You know it, Joe.
Can't wait to get invited to one game again this year.
You were in way more than one episode.
Are you shitting me?
No, I'm not. He was in the...
I'm not talking to you, Barry.
Well, Chief, sorry. George, you were in those specials like the All-Star Game in the World Series.
Oh, yeah, with my Texas Rangers.
Here we go, Joe. $20. It says it.
You're on.
I used to own them.
There it is. Pay up, dickhead.
Not sure what I'm paying you for, but whatever.
Joe had stopped giving him Donald's bets. And Donald stopped betting with Joe.
He agreed to it.
No, he didn't. You knew what you were doing.
Making bank. That's what I'm doing.
You can just see our work. It really shows our dedication to the customers and our uniforms.
But yeah, it'll be in a little over a month. Isn't that exciting?
Back where it all started.
Thanks for that, Donald. And yep, back to our words.
Our first video is so freaking bad.
How so?
We sound like damn robots. Like there was no joy in playing.
So, well, can you even express joy, Donald?
Yeah, does your body even produce serotonin?
It gets harder and harder every game we play together, doesn't it? Unless it's prop hunt or PGA.
To be fair, it was our first video, right? I mean, we weren't in our comfort zone yet. We were still feeling things out.
I was in my comfort zone until Donald kept yelling at me. Because you were a lousy teammate, Joe. We won. Yeah, thanks to me.
All right, all right.
I'm surprised y'all have been doing this for almost a year.
Oh, you almost hit mine in.
Yeah, right? It doesn't feel like it's been that long. Sorry, George. I really had no options there.
Well, neither do I now.
Bro, you had a clear path to the net.
Yeah, no, I hit Barry's darn puck, which messed up the trajectory of my shot.
What's Trash Factory mean? What do we got? One more hole after this one?
Yeah, because we aren't playing all 18.
Works for me.
Well, looks like Joe won.
No, we still have one more hole.
Someone is getting very competitive over a game they don't like.
Well, what on earth is it?
It's hole 10.
Is it really a hole if there isn't one? Since it's a net.
All right, max power is not the way to go.
Usually never is, George. Yet you still choose to be so reckless on the course.
Is that right?
Shut up. I'm closer to the hole.
Technically, George is since it's behind us.
Whoops. Sorry, Donald. It's all right, because technically I'm closer now.
No, you still aren't closer to the hole.
But it's a net, guys.
Who's in that?
Your mom.
You can't even be mad you set yourself up for that one.
Yeah, I know.
So what are we doing next weekend, Barry?
Yeah, I guess I can share that. Now that we are nearing the end of this episode, we are going to do a Super Bowl special.
No shit, you told us that. Well, it will also be a 4v4. Does that mean Bill will be joining us?
Yeah,
Well, George, Brett, Robert.
Fine, but we get Robert this time.
No, that would make our team up. Seriously?
that's one of me.
Anyway, we should go. We're the Democrats versus the Republicans.
But he ain't leaving. So he should be on our team this time since he was on yours last time. And who wants to be on our team this time? You can take Brett, Tim, or Jordan. Actually, not Brett.
Dan and I are both Republicans.
Is he though? If he wanted to, I could live with him.
All right, pick up. You're going to do the same thing as you did for the World Series, guys. Win. Come on! Kobe, you suck.
Great game, losers.
I win! Oh, what the fuck? Stay here, came out of the wire. The good guys. As usual, George and I need some more.
No, we're playing one more hole.
No, we're done, Donald. Everybody can. It'll take way too long.
Just one more. Put the one in the shits.
But you're going to want wire because you lost.
Oh, yeah, George. Well, we will see who's whining after we beat you in the Super Bowl next weekend.
That would be quite a series of unfortunate chain of events, considering that would require you to turn against your own teammate.
Wouldn't be the first time. The hell are you talking about? I'm as loyal as can be.
Ah, okay. Have you got something to say too?
No, I don't understand on the good joke, actually. So thanks for closing us out. So,
What the hell did I say?
Let me give this a whirl. Thanks for watching my fellows. Fans of the channel, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, check out Presidential Facts and Versus Joe's Misspelled Murder. Did I cover it?
yeah, actually, that was quite solid.
That was cool. So, now,
That's it. Go home.
I need to read a Kelsey killer. Who's on mine? Let's give me my key drawer. My teeth are sorted, actually.
Franchise continues.